sound.
That's where I thought you were going with that.
Oh, I was going to say, this goes out to all the dads.
It does.
Good morning.
Good morning. Keaton here.
Judd here.
A couple of goobs.
This really seriously does go out to all the dads. And the reason it does is because, often, like reading in or being in the different groups we're in, we see the different dads that are struggling, being a single parent. They're struggling to
Going through a divorce.
And getting pummeled and trying to keep their mental attitude on the up and up so that they're there for and present for their children, for their sons and their daughters. And it can be really difficult,
It really can. I mean, I watched when my mom and dad separated, and just it was 2 years minimum, 2 years of just. There was a lot of plotting when he wasn't active and engaged with us as when we were kids. I mean, there was a lot of plodding along, just kind of
one foot after the other.
Yeah,
just kind of.
And it's tough.
And the one thing I prided myself on, and you dads might want to take this as a note. It's like, remember when we were up riding horses with Uncle Willard and Auntie Dot?
Yeah.
And my cousins, we used to ride horses up in the mountains here in Canada. And we would go every year. And the one thing my aunt said to me, my Auntie Dot, that was Uncle Willard, after Uncle Willard passed away.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there having a rum and coke at the end of the day after we come back from riding. And she sat down and she said, the one thing I really admire about you is that you come out riding horses, you got your kids around, but you never bitch about your relationship. You never badmouth the boy's mom. You never say, and that just wanted to make it just, that always stuck with me because I never even thought about it. But as a man, I just went, my two sons need to see me being there for them for the example that I know I can be. And them hearing me bitching about their mother or that son of a it serves no purpose other than they're going to take and grow up going, oh, so that's what a man does. He bitches.
Or that's the perception my dad has of my mom.
Or that side of it too.
And that.
Well,
that's a detriment to everyone.
Yeah, So anyway, so we wanted to kind of put a plug in. Yeah. Oh. So we actually, my oldest son Keaton and myself, and my younger son Rave. Rave's 27, and him and I, still kind of, like butt heads because there's a certain, like, okay, just being straight up, when my bullshit meter starts to go off, and it does sometimes when my youngest comes home or strolls through or does whatever he does, and I just go, whoa, stop, that doesn't work for me, and I call him on his bullshit, because one of the things with my dad and me was my dad did not know what boundaries were. He didn't know what boundaries were for my sisters, for my older brother, for me, and he constantly crossed them to, and making us wrong and bad. And so that's one of the things with my younger son that I bring to this is like, you need to stop. You need to, cool your jets. It's like, I'm not going to have you talking to me in that manner. If that's, because that's not how I raised you. That's not how your mom and I raised you, right? To be disrespectful, right? So what we did was, Keaton and we put together a course with 4 modules, and I actually do have a thumb, but with 4 modules. Can I do the Star Trek? Live long and prosper. Oh my God! To be there watching us go.
That's the image Facebook sees.
Yeah, no shit. That'd be awesome. Anyway, but we put together a course with 4 modules, and the first one of which is being grateful. It's about gratitude. And then there is the
clarity tool.
Clarity tool,
which identifies where you are, where you want to go, and why. And this is a massive thing, especially for dads going through divorce or separation, or even having been separated in divorce, because a lot of guys just kind of they lose it. They lose their focus. They lose their way, and they get so muddled in. Well, shit. How am I supposed to juggle all this stuff right now? Until the dust settles, and that could take sometimes 2, 3, 5, 6 years. Yeah, it took me 6 years, but because I owned a business and with the lawyers being involved, it was just like, it was. So we understand and we can appreciate, and then out of the clarity tool is the success loop. Yeah, and how to have yourself, have freedom, by you work through, when you
when you start to get stuck, and it helped me so much, like the very bottom piece,
Yeah.
where I just look at that and it reminds me to get my head out of my ass, right? Like seriously, like really, like no kidding, because I'm no good for my sons, I'm no good for my business, I'm no good for my clients, I'm no good for Sharon when we were going out for 3 years, because like I didn't even want to be around her, I didn't want to be around anybody, I just wanted to do this. You know, just back away.
Just back away.
Just, you know, kind of go into my hole and just, you know, when the kids needed stuff, I'd poke my head out and go, yeah, I think there's some in the cupboard up there, you know. So it's a not it's not an empowering place to be. So the success loop, it helps you, you know, when you start to feel yourself kind of sliding off the, you know, the astroturf, so to speak, you know, it's a great way for you to bring yourself back and empower yourself. Right?
Yeah.
And then there's the wrap-up tool, which reinforces everything that you've went through. And if you DM us and take a look at the invitation, it's like you look at the people that give us the reviews.
Yeah.
And some of them are from women, and they're going, "Oh my God, this is so
Yeah,
fantastic."
it's not just from the dads.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. So, anyways, just wanted to kind of share that and.
Saw that.
Spit on that. Okie dokie. You know, just wanted to share. You know what? One of the things that we've done is, you know, and I've contributed to my boys is, you know, like bringing them up with some of my values and some of my principles. And one of the biggest ones is having a sense of humor and and laugh. So you guys have a great day. If you're interested, send us a message. You know, DM us. Or if you like this and go, whoa, share it out to your buddies.
Or invite your friends to the group. Because this isn't just, you know, dads helping dads. I want to share memes. I want to laugh together. I want to have discussions. You know what? Let's work through stuff together.
You have a problem. You have an issue. Bring it to the group.
Bring it to the group.
I mean, I don't know everything. You know, I think he thinks I know everything. But, what? Shut the hell up. Get away from me.
I gotta tell everybody.
But it's like, you know, and Keaton's got some super insights too that, you know, it's like every now and again I'm going, holy, how the hell do you know that? Right? And like, wow.
The reason we designed this group and the reason this group exists is not to just, you know, buy my shit.
Woo. Yeah, aren't we great?
Or, you know, I just want to help you. This is so that a bunch of dads can get together, talk, discuss, and have, like, I want to say a hive mind, but it's not a hive mind. It's a little bit more of a higher consciousness where, you know what, I have an issue, I want to take this to the group, and I want to get an opinion from people that are in the exact same space or have been through it or have a different opinion than me, can look at things differently by going back, over, and checking it out from a different perspective. That's what this group is for.
Yeah, right on. That's excellent. Yeah, right on. That's super duper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally tubular.
Totally tubular, bro. Let's get on our snowboards and, you know, like carve up the mountain. Anyways, we just wanted to come on and because we haven't been sharing very much because we've been so busy, like just, you know, promoting our course. We've got another course. We actually have another course coming on here on day after tomorrow on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
You know, so and it's like we're super stoked about it because we get one of the people that are in it, or two of the people that are in it are a father and a son. And the one thing the father expressed to me is, I got my two oldest sons, you know, who, you know, we get along okay, and I'd love to have them in this, but I've already paid, you know, I want to have me and my younger son, who's 23 or 24. Yeah. So it's like, I want to have him in it so that we can find a way to find some common ground instead of doing this. Which I know when I do that, every single frickin' dad in here goes, oh yeah, I know exactly what the hell that's about. Right? And some of you don't. Some of you had great relationships with your father, and that's awesome.
And that's great.
And this is a way to, going forward, you know, are you doing things with your own kids that you sit there and go, oh, wow, why did I say that? God, that was... You know,
actually, that's one of the pieces you have in the success loop.
Yeah, actually, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, so... Anyways, enough said. Have yourselves a wonderful day.
Have a great day, guys.
Talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.